Sanbonani guys, Sanbonani, how are you doing? It's me again, Captain S. We back again with exciting episode. Namhlanje ke nginiphathele uthisha. Namhlanje ngiphathele uthisha Asanda. Babizwa uthisha Asanda what?
Yeah.
They call you Tisha Asanda on your socials.
Yes.
It's Tisha Asanda.
Teacher.
Ngiphathele uthisha njengoba benibonile last week nginiphathele umculo, so this week mina ngizolokhu nje nginilethela abafowethu izinto ezikhala kahle yabo, izinto futhi ezosiza nani yabo, because i-aim i-vision is to touch and change impilo zabantu yabo through decoding necessary conversations. So without a waste of time, Teacher Asanda, uyaphila?
I'm good. Sorry, I cannot speak in Zulu. I'm so sorry because I got a lot of viewers who are not just African viewers, but I also got whites, Indian, all races who follow me on my socials.
Yes,
I promise to share as much as I can on this video. So
No problem. Sinakhuluma nge-English, you can reply in English, feel free usebenzisa noma iyiphi language ongayisebenzisa, you know, because at the end of the day sifuna nawe ukuthi abantu bakwazi ukukhona ukusizakala, because angithi umuntu international, so
not international but I guess I would say I do have a little bit of a community when it comes to the tutors, the English tutors, ESL tutors. So we are a little community on TikTok.
Okay. So Tisha Asanda, can you start by like telling us a bit about where you are from and your background?
So first of all, I am a girl from South Africa. I'm 25-year-old from South Africa.
Okay.
A beautiful country.
Right.
And I am from the Zulu tribe. I'm 100% Zulu.
Okay.
My mom and dad are Zulu. My surname is Telezi Shenge. Yes. Right. I think that's why I'm so ambitious and so driven, because if people know Buthelezi people, we are very hot-headed. So so I'm a girl from this beautiful country, and I grew up in the small town of Mandeni.
Okay.
Yeah. And I would say that.
Where did you do like your primary? Where did you attend your?
Yeah, I was about to deep dive into that. So primary, I went to Mandeni Academy.
Okay.
Yep. And then from Mandeni Academy, I had to move because of circumstances. But I ended up going to Ishowe Junior, which is I think it's my favorite school, my Ishowe people.
Okay.
And then I went.
Is it a private school?
No.
Okay.
Government school. And then I went to, after Ishowe Junior, I went to Ishowe High. So from Ishowe Junior to Ishowe High. And then I came back to Mandeni because I was so homesick. At Ishowe, I was staying with my grandma, who I loved dearly, because she's no longer with us. But I had to come back because I missed my mommy. I'm a mommy's girl. So I came back and I finished my high school in Tukela Secondary High School.
Okay, so you finished like your matric in the secondary school.
Yeah, Tukela. It's not like a Ishowe High, but I grew so much from that school, just experiencing the culture that is different, the school culture that is different from Ishowe High. It was, Okay,
so you're a tutor, right?
Yes. Online and also on site. So online, I'm on Preppy, only Preppy, no other websites. I always say this. And on site, I do tutor within the community. Mandeni people, I do tutor, and I tutor primary students from like grade R to grade 7. So if your kid needs assistance, because there's not a lot of tutors when it comes to primary school kids. I've noticed like it's it's not saturated when it comes to tutoring.
Yeah.
So I decided to just tutor the primary kids because, again, I am a patient person. I love kids. I think I connect
You
with
love
kids.
kids.
Yes, I love
Do you
kids.
have one?
No, I
Not
don't
yet.
have one, not yet.
Okay.
But my little ones who I tutor within my community,
Yeah.
they love me so much. Like I have one student,
Yes.
and every time when she comes over to learn, she always brings me a lollipop or like chips. She's like, I have to save this for teacher Sandra. So the babies are my space, but also the adult students that I have on Preply, I have made some awesome connections because one of them now is actually one of my closest friends.
Okay. So, what initially like inspired you to become an ESL tutor? Is it ESL, right?
Yes, ESL. Okay, so learning English as a second language. That's what it is. English as a second language. So with being an ESL English tutor, I kind of just ended up finding it because so in 2023 I had the opportunity to work as a educator assistant at the primary that Kalimfundo Primary School.
And you don't need any qualification for.
No, you didn't need. You just needed like your matric certificates and No, you mean for the ESL?
No.
For the educator assistants.
Yes.
No, you just needed your matric certificates and degree and just applied. Yeah.
And sorry to cut you off. Do you need like any qualification for ESL tutor? If you know by ESL tutor.
Yes, actually, there's a certificate that you need. It's a TEFL certificate, we call it. And oh my goodness, there's a whole debate when it comes to it. I hope we can jump into it later on in the video. But a TEFL certificate is what you need to apply for jobs and proper jobs. On Preply, you don't need a TEFL certificate. On Preply, you can apply without any qualifications.
Okay.
But a TEFL certificate and a degree does help you a lot, okay, from the crowd of people applying.
But do you have any qualification any qualification owner beside the ESL?
Yeah. So I have a qualification in the Bachelor of Science degree. I'm a science girl.
Wow.
Okay. I studied biochemistry and genetics. Ended up in the degree because as much as science is all cool and stuff, it's not for me. I just didn't have the passion or the drive to carry on. So I decided just to end it there. And now I actually enjoy teaching to the point where I'm applying for PGCE. Hopefully I get accepted, and I honestly think with the degree,
teaching, especially for teaching.
Yeah, for the teaching degree, if I were to be accepted, I think I'll go the whole way. Yeah, and continue with it.
Okay, can you share some of your proudest accomplishments as an ESL tutor?
Okay, so one accomplishment I can name, I'll say, okay, so one accomplishment I can name is one of my students. Okay, so the friend, the one I told you about, when she started, she was my first student. I always tell her, like, you are my blessing, you are my miracle, because you came, girl, and everyone just came in. It was like a train of people after her.
Yeah.
So she started tutoring with me because she had her exams coming up, her English exam, a university exam, and she was a level B1 for those people. My ESL tutors know level B1, and we worked together from like March to now, July. She just did her exam and she passed. So that's my really first biggest accomplishment. Like, we went from level B and she was like, the professor said she's like a level C, the way she could articulate herself and speak. And funny enough, we were able to all the topics we chose were the perfect topics because she was asked the same questions we were practicing in class. So it was just a breeze for her, and she was so excited. Like, after the exam,
amazing.
she came out and she started updating me, and I was in class. I was like so happy for her. But that's like my biggest achievement as a tutor.
All right. I would like to apologize, guys, for the background sound, imoto, and we are still using the studio. Say to let's say it's not some beside the road. So apologies. So you said inakuzana le oyisebenzisayo prep.
Yeah,
It's prep.
preppy.
Okay. What are some of the biggest like advantages of working as an like on a platform like prep? Like there are advantages.
Okay, so with preppy,
Akhona manye vela ama platforms or
yeah,
it's,
there's like so many platforms, guys. There's italki, there's Hellfish, I think. So I don't know all of the platforms because again, I'm that person. If I get comfortable in a situation, I stick to it. So I got comfortable with preppy, and I ended up not applying to the other places because preppy for me it's working personally. So that's just my character, my personality. So I don't know much about the other companies. I also know this native step. Okay, I forgot the name. I'm not gonna say something wrong.
You're right, no problem.
Okay.
All right, guys. We are still with the teacher Asanda. Mufuna ukumcheck ngaya TikTok teacher Asanda. Usa TikTok kuphela?
Yeah, I'm on TikTok. On the other socials, I'm not very active. So I'm a horrible social media person. I try to be active, but I procrastinate, and I haven't figured out the social media situation, and I'm always apologizing before I post. So I just TikTok for now.
Okay. And then ukuthi ufundisa abantu from different countries.
Oh yeah, it's like you get people from like the country of Asia, you get European people, Italian people, American I've taught, Korean I've taught, it's just everyone from around the world. It's very interesting because I'm always learning. I just had an Indian student from India, which I was like, I was not expecting. So you can get any students around the world. It's not limited.
Oh, wow. So conversely, what are some of the challenges or downsides you've encountered with your online teaching?
Oh, okay. So first thing, oh my goodness, I'm so glad you asked me the question. So first thing is, when I got into preppy, there's a problem. So before I got into preppy, I did my research, right?
Okay.
And when I did my research, everyone was like, start on $3. So if you want to see how much $3 is, you have to say 3 times 18. It's not much, guys. So everyone is like, start on $3 so you can get students, right? So now everyone, when they get into preppy, they start with $3, which is, it's not the best tactic because now every student books the $3 tutors. They don't book the $10 tutors.
You start small, eh?
Yeah,
it's
everyone,
like business.
Everyone advised that, but it's not good business. That's the thing. Now we are trying to communicate because I realize it's not good business. It's so hard from moving to get your price up because now you end up being stuck on $3, and I'm sure my tutors are going to agree. Like, it's a conversation within our community. We are trying to change that situation. And so I started on $3, and that was like a problematic thing for me because I ended up being stuck on their price for like months. And now I'm on $5, and even so I'm on $5, I'm not getting as much students because everyone is booking the $3 tutors, which I understand. Those people who are stuck on $3, you can't blame them at the end of the day. So that's one of the problems. Another problem is that we are facing is, so my South African people, I'm sorry, but I gotta say this, you guys have to stop not wanting to learn and work for the things you want. People are buying TEFL certificates. So the TEFL certificates I told you about, they are purchasing it, they are paying people to get them their TEFLs, which means they are not learning to be teachers. They don't know how to teach now.
Oh, dang.
It's like a doctor buying a degree.
Oh,
How will the doctor now go do their job? You see? So now those people who buy the table, they go and apply to preppy. They get there, they put the price of $3 and they start tutoring. What will they teach? Think about it. Like, why the person comes in now and is coming in for the trial lesson and they don't do a good job during the trial lesson. Let's assume they don't do a good job. And now what does that, how does that affect the whole tutoring community of South Africans? We are now labeled as horrible tutors. Like, people get on the trial lesson with us. Trial lesson is like the first class lesson. Yeah. So they, once you say you are South African, once you tell a person that I am South African, they immediately don't stick with you. They just go away and be like,
because of these fake tutors.
They're not really fake, but like, they not doing their work. They just think tutoring, online English tutoring, is just be like, hello, how was your day? Did you have a great day? Like, they think it's like easy conversation, which it's not. You're actually teaching, and it's very different from class teaching. So for my teachers out there who are like teaching in schools and want to get into online teaching, you'll be so shocked. It's like gonna like be the shock of your life. You'll realize that online class is very different from like on-site class. So it's not the same. And that's one of the problems we face. It's the stigma that South Africans are not smart, they cannot speak English, we don't prep, and stuff like that. And then the last one that I want to speak about is our skin tone, us Africans. So this one is a very sensitive. It's the race topic.
And I was about to ask you this question, as a South African female ESM tutor, have you faced any stereotypes or biases in your field?
So because we are African, right?
Yeah.
People just assume that Africans cannot be good in English. Like, we have to have that African accent when we speak English. We have to like not be able to articulate ourselves well, you know. So.
And there's no such.
Yes, some companies.
Like a good example of it, like your English, like.
Yeah. So some companies don't even give you a chance.
Yeah.
They don't even like look at your application. You are immediately like not accepted because you are African. And so, but now it depends also on the skin tone. Now this is where colorism comes in. There's the topic of colorism, where the darker skinned people have no opportunities, but the lighter skinned African people who almost look like a mixed person, they have opportunities, which is not their fault. I'm not going to blame anyone of their skin color. It's the company's fault, but we cannot do anything about that. So that's the challenges that people are going to face with online teaching.
It's about, are you capable? Like, are you capable?
Oh no, they don't care about if you're capable. It's like, you are dark. No, we don't want to be taught by a dark person.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't care if you like have a dark traits degree. They don't care, you know. But
and how do you handle it then?
For me, I don't take it personally, because you gotta understand.
Yeah.
We come from different backgrounds. We come from different homes. When it comes to race, hate is taught, okay? You are not born with it. So I don't take it personal, because they were taught to think that way. They were taught to think that if this person is this color, they're automatically not smart, or whatever the case is. I give them grace. So with me, I'm a Christian.
You're a spiritual person.
Yes, so I give them grace, and I don't take it personally, because there are good people out there who don't look at us like that. They just see another human being, and they value what you have, they don't look at your skin color and judge. So it's their mindset. There's nothing you can do about it. So I would say to my fellow tutors, just don't take it personal.
So teacher Sandra, tell us, how do you think these experiences have shaped you both personally and professionally?
Okay, so personally, I've learned a lot about myself. I will say I'm so happy I dived into online teaching. I want to say shout out to my mentor from Kalemfundo, sir. So he's the one who was like, try online teaching. Don't just sit at home and, you know, feel sad that you're unemployed now after the contract is
I can
finished.
give him the shout out if you remember his surname or.
I don't remember my surname. I'm so sorry if he watches this. But yeah, my mentor kind of showed me how to. He didn't show me, but he sent me links. It was like, apply. I know you can do this. So I jumped into it because of him. And what I learned about myself, I learned that I thought I was a shy person. I still am, but
Are you?
no, for real, I am. I'm an introvert, but I realized that I can come out of my shell. So with online
that's good.
teaching, you have to come out of your shell. You have to make the student comfortable. You can't come into class and be like, hello. So I have to come into class even though it's the first time seeing this person. I don't know their personality.
You have the person comfortable.
Yes, I have to come and be like, hello, how are you doing? How was your day? So I realized that I
Give them
could.
that positive energy.
Yes, exactly. So I could come out of my shell and be another person, not another person, be the person I was already inside, but now I can finally show the people my personality. And also I learned that I'm very smart. Like no, for real. Like
Oh,
I
wow,
thought I was like, you know what? I've always thought that no, I knew that I wasn't not smart, but I was like,
Yeah.
I'm just average. I'm just like,
Yeah.
you're 50% type of girl. But I realized that no, man, I'm so smart because I have level C1 students, and my tutors are going to know. Level C1 students are really hard to teach, and they work. I got people. I'm teaching people who work in a bank. They are the manager of the bank.
Oh, really?
I teach people who are all engineers. They are the project manager.
Okay.
So I'm teaching people really who are really smart, and they want to be taught not normal English words. Now they want to the bombastic big words.
And you have to look for the words that they are using.
Yes, I have to look for the words that they are using within their career. We call it business English. I cannot just take random words. It has to be words that align with their job, and then now I have to know how to explain that word. That means I have to learn a little bit about their job, and my hardest one, I think my two hard students that I find difficult is the oil engineer, because understanding her prompts and trying to do meeting dialogues with her was very frustrating for me, but I couldn't show it, but it was like my brain is working on overdrive when I'm in the lesson with her.
Yes.
And then also my agile coach, the one who's in working in the bank, I had to also with him, we would talk about really topics that make you think about things, and it is very that's why I always say tutoring is not easy. You have to be ambitious. You have to have the inspiration to do it.
Okay, so teacher Hassan, talking about the big people, the big sheikhs, people within big industries, businesses, banks. How important are connections and networking in your profession? Profession?
Profession. So I don't do the networking much thing. So I would say I network with my tutors on TikTok. I don't know, but we've built a community, just like I said, a little community. And so I did try. Oh my goodness! So I did try starting a WhatsApp group. That so I love helping people.
Okay.
So that is just it's within me. I love helping anyone of free of charge. But when I started the WhatsApp group, I had this image that it will be a real community. We'll have each other's back. We'll help each other. And then when it carried on, yes, it started out amazing. I loved it. But when it carried on, I think what deterred me and made me pull back from the group I started, I'm so ashamed. But what made me pull back from it is because people didn't want to do research. They didn't want to they kept asking us the basic things that we could research our own, that we found on our own.
Lazy.
We want to I want to personally help with can you help me? I want to create a lesson about this topic and I want to include how do I go about. I could help you with that. But like if you're going to ask me if for example, I'm sorry my fellow tutors, but if you're going to ask me that for example, if a student is interested, they say like you get the message on Preppy that a student has added you as their favorite, and then you're gonna be like, what should I do with this message?
Ooh.
Oh my goodness. I just feel like being your mom and shouting at you like, do your homework, don't do your research.
No,
But I do answer and I do help, but I inside I do feel a little bit frustrated. I cannot spoon feed you guys. I want you to really go do the research and actually do the work, and then we could help with the harder things. I think that's why everyone's pulling back from the WhatsApp group. It's not just me. A lot of people have, and it makes me sad, but I think it's for the best for now.
On top of like wonke lama negatives lawa, what drives you like to continue like teaching ESL, and what do you find like most rewarding about it?
Okay, first of all, to tell you the truth, money drives me.
Okay. Money drives you.
Listen, I'm an unemployed individual in this country, so this is my income, but I'm trying to be smart about it. So yeah, I'm trying to save and start a business and like do other things on the side, but this is my first income that is like consistent. So that's my first drive. My second is, again, I love helping people. I'm within an organization. There's no like, helping people is within my it's I cannot
You
explain.
have a good
it.
heart.
I guess. But so when I help my students and I see them get excited when they get the word correct, and I see them get excited, the more they understand, the less they need my help to pronouncing word. I'm like, I'm helping you actually learn something. I'm helping you progress in something, and I'm a part of that. So for example, the students who I told you about who passed her exam, her university exam, I'm a part of her story now, her life story. She'll always say that I was able to graduate and pass because I took a lesson with this person and they really did play a role in my life. That is inspiring. If you think about it, tutors shouldn't be taken for granted. We do more, and listen, we do more because now sometimes the students do open up. The students open up emotionally, and sometimes you kind of have
become
to
a parent.
not a parent, but you have to become a friend.
A friend,
Okay, and understand.
Okay, that's a good way. Okay.
Yeah, and understand where they come from and listen to what they are trying to say to you. So some topics will trigger the students, will trigger maybe a trauma or some bad memory, and they will open up. That moment you switch from being a teacher to being a friend, to now comforting a person. But now this is where yes. So there's a line also that you shouldn't cross. Now don't cross the line and thinking now you're friends. It's just a small moment that happen. I had a student open up about her.
We have to understand like each and every student.
Oh yes.
This one is like this one is like this.
Exactly. There's different personalities when it comes to students. So you get a student who's like, you come from a class with the students who's really like talkative and loud, and they're like outgoing, and then the next class you jump in has a student who's really like down to earth, like they just a little bit more serious and more conserved. And then now you have to change yourself and change it, like, okay, now I have to pull back a little bit. I can't be like, hey yo, how's your day? You have to be like, oh, so how was your day? Did you have a great day? Okay, let's jump into class. So you have to be serious, and then the next one is outgoing, so you have to match their personalities. It's a whole dynamic.
Do you come across like hard students, like, and how do you stay motivated and inspired, like, to help your students like achieve their language goals?
Okay, so I have had very hard students who um, you'll get students who think they know more than you do on how
Yes.
they can learn
Yes.
and improve.
Yes.
So with those students, you kind of have to gently, like you have to, when a baby's being stubborn, a little child when they're being stubborn, you have to gently push them in the correct direction and be like, no, I think this is best. I think we should take this route, okay? Because it's gonna help you on, slowly, and they will slowly open up to the idea. It takes time because I had a student who they would send me what to teach them. They'd be like, I want to learn this. And be like, please teach me this on the next lesson. And if I look at the lesson, it's just like reading and like a comprehension, a small comprehension. I'm like, how will you practice being fluent? We need to have a conversation. We need to revise it. Like, there's so much things I need to teach you. Like, you won't level up. And I had to convince them slowly but surely on which route to take. So you have to be patient, okay? If you're a tutor and you really are serious about this career, you have to be patient, be calm, don't be in your feelings about it. Don't take anything personal, because some students are gonna leave you and you're gonna be like, the student
Cancel the payment.
Yes, they're gonna unsubscribe, and you're like, damn, you're just gonna leave me like that.
Hey, damn.
After so much we've been through.
We have no choice but
yeah.
understand the person.
Yeah. So I always think of myself as a shop. Like, in the shop, people come and go. They come and buy what they wanna buy and go. All I can do is help them.
This is like business. It's more of a like business. That you are growing your business.
Yes. Tutoring, especially for me on Privy, that's the one I know. You kind of have to become a business. Think of it as a business. You are growing it, and you just have to find tactics and methods that work for you.
You heard it from the horse's mouth. Is there anything you wish like you had known when you first started teaching?
Okay, so I wish somebody would have told me that I would have to, I guess, work extra hard, because with me, okay, it's the teaching method I chose. I really create each lesson to the students. So I'm very particular. I don't teach the same thing to everyone. Okay, so that's my teaching method. That's what works for me. So I didn't know I was gonna work as hard as I'm working, but also it's very beneficial if it works for me. So in that case, I think I would have loved to know how much I would have worked and how patient I have to be, because also I learned a lot. I have to even sometimes speak really slow because I'm a fast speaker. But with some students, I have to like reel it back a little bit because again, they cannot listen. They cannot comprehend a native speaker. So I have to like sometimes count my words, and so with online teaching, I had to like really learn so much. I also had the mindset that it was going to be easier than what it is. Yeah.
So teacher Sandra, you are trending on TikTok. Like people like are engaging with you on TikTok. What motivated you to start like creating content on TikTok to assist the aspiring ESL tutors?
Okay. So first thing, my first TikTok video was me advertising myself as an ESL English tutor. I was trying to get more students, but then it went from like me advertising myself to now me sharing about the ESL tutoring and how it is. I think with that one, okay, so I will say I'm a Christian. With that one, I think God, that one has God in it. I know some people are gonna side eye me, but I think God is just led me to that one. So it just like one video trended, and then people started asking me questions in the comments, and I started answering questions, and then now I try to share as much as I can share with them, and that's one of the reasons why I'm doing this interview with you, because with this interview a person could watch and kind of get a better understanding on what it is like being an online English tutor. So any opportunity I get, I take it.
So can you discuss any common challenges, aspiring ESL tutors face and how they can overcome them?
So just like I said before, one of the problems they might face, a person who wants to jump into online teaching, is number one, colorism. If you are my skin tone, like some other companies are not going to accept you, they're not even going to apply to you. And even let's say the company accepts you, some students won't want to work with you just because of your skin tone. So you kind of have to understand that race is within
everywhere.
teaching.
Everywhere.
And also one of the things they'll struggle with is the commission, the payments. We receive very small payments, even with the companies that pay. The other companies just pay you a certain amount for like the hours you work. They pay small amounts for South Africans, and it is what it is.
But the important part is to start. You can start small while thinking big.
Oh yeah. I don't want to demotivate anyone. Definitely, just be ambitious and keep going. Look at me, like I'm not letting anything stop me. Just dive into it and just do your best. Work, improve yourself. One of the ways they can improve themselves and keep it pushing is by learning more vocabulary. I'm currently trying to learn more words because I realized that you can't teach some words. Like I would find a student asking me like, oh, I learned this word, what does it mean? And mind you, I don't know what the word means. You kind of have to know words now. Students assume that you just know.
You just know everything.
Yes, you know everything when it
they
comes
can ask
to
you
English.
anything.
Yes. And also guys, revise on the grammar. Like learn, like relearn English. That's what I'm doing. I'm relearning English. Like there's a student who was asking me, can you help me with grammar, continuous sentences? I'm like, yes. What are the rules? How, I have forgotten that I even learned something like that, because with us native speakers, it comes so naturally, when we speak English. So we forget that there's grammar rules, we've learned the grammar rules in primary school, so you forget. So I'll say relearn the English and be the best tutor you will be, and it's gonna pay off.
And that's the advice you are giving them.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna pay off. I attest to it.
Wow.
Yeah.
How can they stand out, in a crowded market?
Ooh, that one is a very difficult, even for me. It is so difficult. The only way I stand out, I think, from the market is I tailor my lessons to the students. So each student, remember I say I create a different lesson for each student. So this is how I do it. So a student will tell me what they want to learn in English. They want to learn it for a job, they want to learn it for traveling, they want to travel abroad and understand native speakers. So choose a topic. Let's say now I'm planning a lesson for students who wants to travel. When you choose that topic travel, take the topic travel, look for the vocabulary for the lesson. Okay, so this is very important. Now I'm giving them, I said I would give a little bit of a structure of how I plan my lessons, so now I'm diving deep into it.
Practical steps they can take to improve their chances.
So first thing, let's say the student wants to travel. The topic of your lesson is travel. Now you need to do a lesson plan for that. What I usually do is get vocabulary. So it depends on, with the vocabulary, you can't just take any random vocabulary. Okay. So English has different levels. There's level A, there's level B, there's level C. So let's say your students is level B. You have to get vocabulary that is level B, their level, okay?
So,
level B.
So is that my resources and tools now?
Yes. They tutors will understand. My tutors will understand.
Recommend our one.
Yes. So don't just get the level the students is currently. Mix it up with the higher level. So a level B students, I would say level B words and level C words, C1 words. So you mix that vocabulary up. With your vocabulary, guys, you can't just give a student a word without a definition. How will they know what it means?
Yeah.
So give a vocabulary with the definition, the word, the definition, okay? And explain the word to them. How would they use it in a proper sentence? So that's your vocabulary. After finishing vocabulary, so for me, I use repetition as my teaching method. I repeat. So the words I teach you in the vocabulary, you'll find them throughout the lesson. My students know I'm very particular with that, because I need you to learn, come out of the lesson at least knowing one word.
Yeah. Okay, so teacher Asanda, how do you structure your lessons?
So the way I structure my lessons is, first part, you choose the topic. Okay, so you choose the topic. Let's say your student is learning English because they want to travel around the world, they want to be able to speak to local people who speak English. So the topic would be travel. Now after picking the topic, the next thing is finding the English for the correct level. So let's say your student is level B. So now you have to find the words, vocabulary that is level B and level C. So I like to go a level higher. So I mix the vocabulary. So my structure is like this, my contents of table. It's vocabulary, it's grammar, and then it's conversation questions. So my teaching method is repetition. I repeat the words throughout the lesson. Okay, so the first part of the lesson is your vocabulary. So you have your topic. Look for words that go hand in hand with travel. The words that go hand in hand in travel is booking, reservation, maybe flight, airplane, I don't know, like travel words. You find those words with the correct level, and then with those words they have to go with definitions. You cannot give a student words only without the definition. Give the words with the definition so they understand, and then explain how they would use that word in a correct sentence. Make up a sentence with the students. Okay, and then after that, when you are done with vocabulary, now what do? You do your grammar. Well, if you have a repetition method like me, I teach grammar. So you have your grammar, fill in the missing words, write a sentence using this word. There's so much grammar questions you can make up. So grammar with those same words. And then after that, the last part is the fun parts of the class. I always say this is the fun parts because we get to relax. We talk, conversation. Okay, so now we are using these words that they learned throughout the lesson in conversation. They learned how to pronounce the words in vocabulary. They learned how to use them in a proper sentence in grammar. Now they are learning to speak these words. So we are speaking, conversing together. So I usually have conversation questions for traveling, for the specific words. So I'll be like, I'll be like, what is your itinerary when you are traveling? An itinerary is a plan, your travel plan. And on 8 o'clock, we are waking up, going to breakfast. 10, we are going, So they would tell me, oh, when I make up my itinerary, I'm the one who makes it. My husband is just, I do everything. I plan everything. And this is what I plan in my itinerary. Now they know what itinerary is. So it's very important to structure your lesson. That's why I prep each lesson for each student, because each student is different, each student has a different level, and they are learning English for different purposes. So that's what makes me different within the community of many tutors on Prempeh.
Yo, sounds like a lot of work. How much time does it take, when preparing for a lesson?
So it takes
like usually
40 minutes to 30 for me, because I'm really particular. I'm a particular person. Like, I don't want anything out of place.
You sounds like a perfectionist.
I'm not a perfectionist. No one is ever perfect, but I am particular. So I do really check everything. So, but for a person who's not particular like me, a person who just does things fast, it will take maybe 30 minutes for each student. So if you have 5 students the next day, so 30, like you're working 2.5 hours preparing lessons. So yes, it does take a lot of time. It is a lot of work, and I think that's where people get it wrong. It's not an easy income. Okay, you work for it, and that's where we get tutors who just think they'll come buy the TEFL and go talk to people, So it's definitely hard. It's not easy.
Yo, yes, well, and we're about to come to an end of our interview today. But before Svali, how do you balance your personal life with your professional commitments? as an ESL tutor?
So my personal life, I work from Monday to Friday.
And you're a content creator. So
Well, can't no. Let's not
You are
take
not.
that.
you are not a content creator.
No. But so on
As
Wednesdays.
you do help people on like
Yeah, I
TikTok.
do, but like that,
Post
no,
that.
it's not like I'm not into the content like that.
Okay.
So on Wednesdays I do have an off day, so I work from like morning till 1 o'clock. I'm free from like 1 to 12. So Wednesday I'm off, Saturday I'm off, Sunday I'm off. So that's my free time to do my personal things. Remember I told you I'm in an organization, so okay, I don't know if I can speak about this, but there's something else brewing on the side that is could be great for Mandeni people who are artists, poets. There's something we are trying to do which is very powerful that could help people within the arts. You know how, now I'm jumping to something else, but you know how artists and poets and people like that are not really being recognized that much in Mandeni community, and no one's actually helping content creators or people who are creative. So we are trying to jump into that with some people. I don't know if I have the right to talk about it.
Fantastic.
But
No, it's fine. You can
yeah.
You can let them know.
So that's just, maybe I'll come back for another video to talk about that and promote it, because for like the artist you just interviewed the other day, he would benefit so much from what we are trying to start, and I hope we succeed, because yeah, it will be very, we want to change Mandeni for the better. We don't like the Mandeni we see, you know. Our town has changed into something else, and we want to change it back to something better than what it was before.
And I was about to ask you this question. Kade ngibuza wena mfese ngibuza wami ke manje. Mina I want to know, Tisha Sana, what hobbies and activities like do you enjoy outside of teaching, and how do you like contribute to your activeness as an educator?
Okay, so with my personal hobbies, I like to read, so I'm a reader. I'm a child of God. Sorry, I said that. Okay, Jay. I'm the daughter of the Most High, so my hobby
Unapologetic.
Yes, definitely. So my hobby is getting, right now I'm really diving deep into my faith. I'm getting to know my father more, so definitely reading more faith-based books. So a lot of reading, a lot of praying, you know. Okay, beside from faith, I don't want to make it all about my faith, but I also enjoy helping the community. So I'm within 2 organizations which I have really amazing goals. It's just we need assistance, you know, but it's very hard to get it. If we want to get that assistance, we would be able to do stuff like anti-bullying campaigns. That's what the, like, okay, I can talk about the other organization, SOS. We want to do bullying campaigns in schools, because some children are going through bullying in school, which is not okay. We want to get into mental health. We want to do so much. We want to help young women who want to elevate themselves in business, or whatever they are trying to do. So I love helping people, again, as I said, so that's why I'm within the organization, and I do that as one of my hobbies. So yeah, and I also spend time with my mom, I spend time with my partner, yes. So family is very important to me. I'm very family orientated. My partner is my family, so yes.
Wow. Do you have role models?
Yes, I do, actually. Oh my goodness, thank you for asking. My role model is...
Or mentors, like role models?
Not mentors, but I do have role models, and I'm gonna sound so cringy, but my role models are my family members, my cousins. So my family is a very educational family, and my cousins have achieved so much. One of them has
influenced you.
Yes. Oh my goodness, all my cousins, like, they are doing such amazing things. They're working in such amazing industries, and you know, they themselves influenced. We have like a doctor, we have a psychologist, a physiotherapist, we have a lecturer, accountant, an engineer. Guys, all those amazing jobs that people want to do, my cousins are already doing it.
Wow.
From like age of 25
No.
upwards. People who are 30, you know, they're achieving their goals.
It's
And
amazing.
yes, it is. So they inspire. Like my mom's sister is she's in charge of her department in the University of Johannesburg.
Yes.
And she has a PhD. She has a doctorate. She's doing big things. And so my family is very inspiring. I don't have to look far. I just need to look very close.
So because of time, guys, we have to wrap it up.
Yeah.
And to wrap it up, what's one piece of advice you'd like to leave for all the aspiring ESL tutors out there? And is there anything else you'd like to share about your journey or
Okay,
insights?
so for my tutors, I'll just say that trust yourself. You know yourself. You know all the hard work you've put. You know that you are better than what the world makes you be. So for all those companies that didn't accept you, it's their loss. You concentrate on your goals, Karen, being ambitious, keep going, and let's build an amazing community where we support each other. Let's not scam each other, please, and like make people pay for things that they shouldn't. But let's do good things, like advise people for the better. So my advice is just trust yourself and just keep improving yourself and being ambitious.
Wow. Teacher Sandra, thank you for coming.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're a busy person. You've been trying to get her. Kodwa ke ngenxa yokuthi uhlezi busy. Kodwa siyabonga namhlanje uzile.
Thank you so much.
So guys, sesifike emaphethelweni. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Please tell them to subscribe.
Yes, guys, subscribe. This is for you guys. We're sharing all this amazing content and information for you guys. It's to inspire everyone. Okay?
Until the next episode, we out.